Alrighty, hello and welcome back to another video. Today's video is just going to be a super relaxing, make a vision board with me or journal along or whatever you want to do in this little bit of time. Just relax and get crafty. For starters, I just wanted to show you guys. So I've been experimenting with something new. This is a custom watercolor palette that I made. I've never made watercolor palettes before, but I know the colors and tones that I like to work with. So I made my own half pan kit. There's 18 colors and this is what I came up with. I love this. I would like some outside feedback if you guys like this too. I'm considering selling these locally, getting some empty palettes and making custom palettes and selling them locally here in the Midwest. If this is anything you guys would be interested in, if you like these tones, these colors, they're not all going to be exactly like this. This is just what I was working with for my personal use. I plan on making a couple different variations, but if this is something you guys would be interested, please let me know because I love doing it. I had so much fun. This is actually where I have them stored right now. I've been using them up, but I wanted to put a swatch in here so I could know what I was working with. But it was so much fun. I'm loving watercolor painting. I did acrylic for years. I tried oil. I never really loved oil just because of the wait time that there always was on it, but watercolor has my heart. So this is what I came up with. I plan to make more in the future, and I will happily show you guys those as they are made. So today I'm going to make a vision board. This is again my Midori A5 blank notebook inside of my Hobonichi cover. I've shown it here before. My favorite notebook. I also have the Midori A6 in the blank, same paper quality, but when I'm doing bigger spreads I tend to reach for this A5 here. I went ahead and printed off some images that I know I want to use for my vision board. So a lot of this video is just going to kind of be cutting and pasting and letting things dry down. So feel free to have this playing in the background, do something creative along with me, or just watch. I'm going to turn on some background sounds for you guys to listen to and craft along. And then I have a couple, these two little things. I just wanted a little bit of a darker background there, so I'm going to use that in some way, shape, or form. I think I'm going to use a splash of some paint in the background before all of it, and let's go ahead and get started. So I have a cup of coffee here. I have my craft stuff. Feel free to journal along. I'll just go ahead and use this here. This paper is not any kind of special watercolor paper. I just use it. It kind of warps a little bit and crinkles, but I don't mind. I kind of enjoy the crinkle sound that comes with it. So as you can see, the way it's holding the water here, it is definitely not intended for watercolor, but that's okay. We use what we got. Let's see. Look at like this green here. As you guys may have noticed, this is a different setup than what I'm used to. Sorry if it seems a little darker. It is late. It's, oh gosh, almost 11 p.m. because as any of you know, if you're a mom, sometimes when you have a toddler, it's hard to get some time to yourself to get out your craft supplies. You know, you can always do crafts with your child, but getting those really specific projects can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge, so I did wait until he went to bed tonight. But we got a desk, I got a new chair, and a new computer set up. I feel very blessed to have these things. I graduated school, so as part of that, as a reward, you know, I'm a grown woman, but as a reward, you know, and kind of like just proud of myself and getting a significant pay change. I decided to spoil myself a little bit and get a nice setup because I had been at the kitchen table prior to this. So now I have a designated area, and I know my husband's glad because now we won't have to like take the time to clear off the craft artsy area before dinner, and it's in the same room still, so I'm never secluded from my family or anything when I'm doing this. I'm still in the same area, which is great. Let's see. I really like this blue color, the way it came out. It's like a very denim blue, I'd say. I think this is probably my favorite shade of blue. It's like a very gray, I feel like it's a true sky blue, like a gray sky blue denim. And I really enjoy that blue. That's probably my favorite color out of this whole palette I came up with. I need to get these into a magnetic palette and get some magnets on the back, but I was so excited that I just started with it, and I've been kind of running with it. I haven't got any magnets on it. I've been playing with them too much, so I need to. Tomorrow's Saturday, so maybe I'll go get some magnets to stick on the back and actually put them in a palette so they can hold down a little better. This color here is really nice as well. It's like a, let me see, this one over here is a little bit more of a brick red. This one's like a coppery red, and I really enjoy this. There's not much of a difference between them. It's just slight, it's a little bit more of like the red brown pigment in the other color, but this one has a copper wash to it, which I really enjoy for a splash of color in this palette, you know, something a little bit brighter. I actually used a lot of vermilion in this one. Let's see. I'm not gonna do too much more because I just want this to be like a background color. One thing I did notice after I completed it, I didn't have any like yellow, like just yellows. I wish I would have put some just yellows in there. I know I could kind of lighten up some of these and make their tones similar, but I would like to have more of just a yellow. I love yellow. I think it's a beautiful color, and I'm always reaching for it. I don't know how I forgot to add a yellow hue, but I was so excited and having so much fun when I was making this palette that I just kind of ran with it and got excited. I really got excited on a lot of these, like the denim color there, and there's a lot of greens, and I just completely slipped my mind somehow, but it all worked out because I think it's still a great palette that I'm very excited to continue to use. I would like to, my next time, make some of them shimmer colors. I don't personally use a lot of shimmer, but I think it would be fun to add to like this palette. I think I would have made probably a shimmery version of the denim, or maybe this, like, what would I get? It's not quite lilac, it's the mauve color. I think a version of those would be nice. Okay, I think that's enough for color, or for watercolor. As you can see, the paper's kind of warping, so. And then I just use these cheap brushes because I know that I'm not gonna keep them in pristine condition. They're gonna get thrown in bags and moved around, and it's easiest for me and my type of art to just use the cheap brushes. So I'm gonna lay that there, let that flatten for a few minutes, and I will come back to that. I guess while that's drying, I can go ahead and start cutting out some of these images here. I'm not going to cut out these perfectly. I'm just going to keep them pretty rough. Just outline of what they are, stick them on there. I'm not very chaotic artsy person, if I'm being honest. I like messy art. I like, scribbles and urban sketching and things that doesn't have to be perfect, because for me, my art up until the past year or two, it always had to be perfect, and of course it never was perfect. So it made it almost stressful in a way, and I found it's a lot more fun to enjoy art when you can just let it be however, you can let it be messy or chaotic, and it's not going to make any difference, because aside from here where you guys might see some of it and my eyes only, that's what it's for. It's not being on display for the world. It's, for my eyes only, and I think there's a lot to be said for that we just need to cut ourselves some slack, more often. It took me a long time to realize that my notebooks, don't have to be perfect. I used to have a big fear of starting a new notebook and messing up the first page and then having to go the whole year or 6 months or however long I'd stay in that notebook with a messed up front page. And eventually I realized, who cares? Who cares? Because eventually, even if that first page did come out exactly the way I want it, eventually I'm going to make mistakes in there. That's just part of using a notebook and using it how it's intended, to just put your thoughts in there and get creative. We shouldn't be so restrictive on ourselves when it comes to creating in any way, shape, or form. So now when I have a new notebook, the first thing I do, a lot of times I make vision boards on the very front, or I make a list of things that I hope to accomplish, and I don't put any pressure on myself to make it perfect at all, because it's not perfect, and that's part of being human, and there's no part of us, of humans, that are perfect. As lovely as that would be, to be able to say, oh, I'm perfect, things are always great with me, my hair is always perfect, my life's always perfect, my finances are always perfect, my family is always perfect. It's not reality. So if we're not forcing ourselves to be perfect anywhere else, why are we putting so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect with the things that are for our eyes only, or maybe, a select group of trusted people? If anything, that's where we should be allowed to be messy and creative and, let out our inner child and just have fun. So I've really enjoyed art a lot more since coming to that realization that things don't have to be perfect all the time, that things can be whatever they want to be. And I'm not saying that if you like your notebooks to look perfect and proper, that there's anything wrong with that. My personal take on it is I started enjoying art a lot more when I didn't have pressure on myself for it to be perfect, when it just kind of was organic and came out how we wanted it to, or not how I wanted it to, how the art wanted to. where the inspiration was. So, okay, just a few more images here. I have some sticker paper ordered that I'm very excited about because I have been burning through some glue sticks with all of the images I've been printing and pasting, and I think sticker paper would just benefit me all around a lot more, and I'm excited about that. So just a few more images here, and then I can kind of talk to you guys about what these represent. You know, some of them are pretty self-explanatory. One thing I have noticed very quickly about this new setup is I don't have a little trash can nearby, and I need to get one of those. I need to have a little trash can here because the amount of little tiny scraps that I lose, or like a little desk vacuum. Have you guys seen those? I think those are so cute. That's what I need. I just need to get like a little desk Roomba. That'd be so funny. Okay. Last one. What kind of creative projects are you guys working on? Are you journaling more, scrapbooking, just all around memory keeping? Are you painting? Are you drawing, sketching? What kind of creative things do you guys enjoy? I would love to know, so leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite creative projects are, or if you have any ideas for fun projects that are a little out of the ordinary. I would love to know because I'm all about anything creative. I'm a Pinterest girly through and through. That was the first thing I did when I got my new computer, was hop right on Pinterest. So please let me know if you guys have anything that you recommend. Okay. I think this is probably getting close to being dry enough. So we'll start. I'm just gonna kind of do like a little bit of a rough layout here. So I'm definitely not gonna have room for like everything, which is fine, so I can use it for another project. See, this is the fun part where you really get to explore what you want to do. I'm kind of liking that. That's not bad. But what if I, instead of that, because I still want it to look a little bit messy, a little bit. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Then maybe we could just put family. Okay, yeah, I think I like that, like, general design. So we'll start sticking stuff down here. I might have to go back through and re-glue some of these because I didn't give it very long to dry from the paint, but maybe Mod Podge over it or something. That's okay. We let creativity happen when it wants to happen around here. We're not gonna force anything. We're just gonna let it happen organically. We're just gonna move along with our projects. So here are my images here. You know, YouTube, I feel like, is fairly self-explanatory because you're probably, if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on YouTube. I just really enjoy this community and growing here on YouTube, and you know, I've learned a lot about journaling through YouTube, and I'm gonna just, you know, to continue to explore and grow my account and share with you guys my creative processes, and I'd love to continue to learn with you guys. So that's kind of where that's stemming from. The creative workshop is it's a dream of mine to be able to host a creative workshop, whether it's art journaling, watercolor. I do a lot of stamp making as well, like rubber stamp making with erasers. You know, I have a carving kit, and I think that's a lot of fun. And basically anything I can do to, you know, get out in the community more and create and help others learn to create for themselves and learn new skills. I really would love to host a workshop. I think that's something I would love to plan for the future. So let's see. And then if you guys are interested, to follow me on Instagram as well. I'm not quite as active on Instagram, I would say, but my handle is the same name as my Instagram. So if you are interested in following along for some future projects coming up, I'd be glad to have you on there to follow along as well. Okay, I think this is great how this is coming out. I'm very happy here. So save money. You know, it's not that, you know, we spend excessively or anything, but now that I'm in a little bit of a different career, you know, we want to have our house paid off in the next couple years. We want to have no vehicle payments. So we just have some big financial goals that we're striving towards. And it's nice to keep that little reminder in here. Airplane. So my husband is not super familiar with traveling. Last year actually was his first time on an airplane, and he really enjoyed it. He really enjoyed the trip we went on. So that is something that we both would like to do more. We want to give that experience to our son as well, let him travel and see a little bit of the world. So I'm excited to have that for this year. Excited to see where it quite literally takes us. Meditating, that one's kind of self-explanatory. I've always meditated since, oh gosh, probably 2016, 2017, and it's something that I find really beneficial to my mental health, so I just want to keep that there, because sometimes I will forget and I'll find myself really stressed or anxious or worried about things because I hadn't been meditating at night before bed or anything. So I just want that little reminder in there. Camping here. Last year we bought our first camper. We went on quite a few camping trips, actually. We probably went on 6 or 7 last year. We just go up to like local parks and stuff, and we had such a blast. You know, some of my family has campers. His family is going to be camping with us next year, so that's something that we really look forward to as a family. And then just here's the word family as a little reminder. Our family is very close. We do a lot of stuff together, and a lot of stuff with our extended family. And I just like this little reminder in here that, you know, this is what ultimately everything's about, is choosing to be happy, spending time with our family. And it all comes full circle to just enjoying life a little bit more and having fun with our family. And so I'm loving this, guys. I don't know if I would like to add some of these, but I don't even know if I should at this point. Maybe a couple of the little circles, because I've been really wanting to use these up. They've been sitting in my stash for years to come. I may do this and I may not like it, but again, this is part of that organic art process, so we're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna throw some in here, some little polka dots. What are some of your goals for this year? Do you guys have family goals or just personal goals? What kind of things are you guys working towards? Do you have any big plans for some fun vacations? Are you planning on staying home and saving and making this your year of like becoming debt free? What I would love to know, again, what are some of you guys' biggest goals for this year? I love to connect with you guys and learn more. This little journaling, crafting community is truly like a little family. Some of my close friends that I have made through the years have been from finding them on this little journaling community. So I would love to get to know some of you guys and what you guys' life looks like and what kind of things you're working towards. Maybe just a few more here. I like these little lines. I think they're cute. All in all, though, I really like how this is coming out. I think it's coming out cute, and I'm excited to look at this every day and remember, you know, what kind of things I'm working towards this year and where my goals are. Okay, is that good? I might call it there. Okay, I'm gonna do one more sticker because I like the green one here. And then I still have plenty left for whatever I choose to do with the remainder of these cutouts. So that should be on here. I use up these stickers that I have because they are adorable. Okay, so this is my vision board. Like I said, this was one that I had just kind of to remind me to do art, but it was also just going to be a background. It's just another reminder to save our money, invest, and have our debt paid off, hopefully by the end of this year. Just another choose happy. I just thought it was a cute little smiley face. Read more. Every year for the past couple years, I've been trying to increase how many books I read by about 3 books. I've been successful for the past few years. This year I've gotten a little bit of a late start with just some, you know, sickness going through the household and things like that. So I'm wanting to catch up. And then once again, just some more art stuff. that I would like to see in the future. I think I might stick here. Oh gosh, I completely forgot. I have these new washi tapes that I got. They were on the 40% off at Hobby Lobby, and I'd never seen these before, and I thought they were just so cute. So I picked these up, but I don't think, okay, those would look super cute with those swatches, but I don't think I'm gonna add any on this page. It's not feeling like it needs any more. It feels pretty full, so I think I will go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much if you've made it to the end of this video. I am so thankful for you guys all supporting this channel and being a part of this community. And I will see you guys very soon in the next video. I have a couple ideas coming up that I'm really excited to share with you guys.